Here is a MacBook case for my laptop. Now I did previously have an El Cheapo case from Amazon. It's actually right here. Got this from Amazon, and I mean, it did the job. And actually, to be fair, it's quite soft. When you squeeze it, you can tell there's a good amount of padding. So I was never worried about, you know, the safety of my laptop as such. But especially when I was closing these zippers, you can see that they have these, don't know what you call them, but these bits that protrude and sort of protect your laptop from the zipper. But I'll be honest, it doesn't do particularly a fantastic job. Even as I'm opening and closing this with my laptop inside, it doesn't fully shut, and the metal bit here does rub against the laptop sometimes when the laptop's actually in there. And overall, this doesn't look quite as premium, especially for a 14-inch MacBook Pro. You want to get something a bit nicer, but it did the job, and I'll probably use it for my work laptop. This will run you, I think, less than £10. So if you just need something to get the job done, this is more than adequate. But otherwise, yeah, I think a nice upgrade was due. Now this obviously is not really designed for protection as such, but it will do a good job at keeping the sort of, that is very nice, very soft, very compliant, and it's actually not too bad considering it's more of a thin style of protection. And give this one a smell as well. Yeah, this kind of has that new car smell. A leather outer, and I think this is a wool interior. Yeah, very soft indeed. How does a MacBook Pro fit inside this case? Now, before purchasing the 14-inch, I had a 15-inch MacBook Air, which I had a very similar, in fact, an identical case for it. And I can tell you that initially, when you do get it, it's going to be very tight to fit the laptop in here. Very, very tight. But over about 3, 4, 5 days, it will loosen up and the laptop will eventually just slide in pretty easy. Now, I put it facing down. In other words, the fans will be on this side, and inside on the front will be the laptop lid opening. This is just how I like to do it. Of course, you can do it the other way if you like. But overall, I'm very happy with this. I know what the experience is like. It's going to be difficult to show you because I'm using the laptop as a viewfinder right now, but let's see if I can do that right now. 1 second. So here's the laptop. You can see the sort of allowance on each side. Of course, the 14-inch is not the thinnest of laptops, so that allowance is going to need to accommodate the thickness. The way I like to do it is you get one corner in, the other corner will kind of take care of itself, and in the first couple of days you need to sort of shimmy it around. So let's see how that looks like. One corner in, the other corner's aligned, and you basically shimmy it in like this, and by the time you get it about halfway down, you can basically slide it in. And I'm quite impressed because when I had the 15-inch, the first day was very hard to get it in, but as you can see, it looks very clean, very professional, and more importantly for me, I like things to be minimal, and this does the job. I feel like it's safe enough to protect it from scuffs, to protect it whilst it's in my backpack, and I'm not worried too much about this side because in general I'm not planning on dropping it from a helicopter like I'm doing a case promotion, if you know what I mean. But overall, this is a great laptop sleeve and I highly recommend it. Again, I've used the 15-inch one before. It's very, very good. And if you guys are in the market for a laptop sleeve which feels premium, holds your device in securely, and you want some protection, this is very, very good. I feel comfortable using this a lot more than I did using this, just because the one from Amazon, again, I feel like I was scratching it with each use as I was moving the zipper around. It doesn't fully cover the laptop. In fact, why don't I show you guys? So getting this out, I like to actually pinch this edge a little bit. So pinch one corner and pinch another corner. You can see it kind of comes out. Then you can just hold on to this and slide it up. on this closure part, guys, this is what I'm talking about. So these bits that protrude are supposed to cover the laptop so that when the zipper goes over, it doesn't scratch. But as you can see, there's contact made right there. You can actually hear it. And if I'm in a rush, I'm just zipping this over and over. This is definitely going to get scratched over time. So I'm usually very conscious and extra careful when I use this. But overall, it's a lot cheaper and it does the job if you just want to protect your laptop. Another thing is this isn't very form-fitting. There's quite a big gap between the actual case and the laptop. You can see that movement there, and I also didn't really like that. But like I said, I will still use this for my work laptop. But for now, the one I definitely will be using all the time is the one from Harber. Let's just pop that in one more time. There's that beautiful leather. Phenomenal finishing. And that wool interior. If I just get the laptop in one corner, followed by the other. And then it just slides in so easy. And there you go. And this will just go in my backpack, just like that. And when I pull it out, people are gonna say this guy is doing something important. In reality, I'm watching a YouTube video. But anyway guys, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a good one.